Satirist and cartoonist Zapiro has once again ruffled a few feathers, this time with a cartoon depicting the Hindu deity Ganesha holding a cricket bat and money, as cricket SA CEO Harun Logat is about to be sacrificed to him. Has Zapiro crossed the line this time? We chat to Phenyo Butale, the Executive Director of the Freedom of Expression Institute, about it. Phenyo, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Has Zapiro crossed the line?
I do not think so. As the Freedom of Expression Institute, we believe that artists like Zapiro has a very, very critical role to play, which is to provoke debate in society, even about subjects that are make us uncomfortable, subjects that would otherwise be kept under wraps. And I think this cartoon does just that. It makes us speak about uncomfortable subjects.
One might argue that did he have to use a deity like Ganesha, who is quite sacred in the Hindu community, to the Hindu community, and also the fact that the person there is, or Cricket SA is about to make a sacrifice and bloodshed, and in the Hindu community, and I speak as a Hindu, in the Hindu community, to sacrifice to a deity, it's not done. So could it not be that the anger and outrage is over in what is actually being done with the deity, not just the use of the deity?
Yes, perhaps one should say that we are aware and appreciate the fact that people have the right to religion, and there are sensitivities around all these religions. But I think the important thing here is to caution that if we are to go the direction of having no-go areas in terms of what artists can depict, what can be debated upon, then we're setting out a very, very wrong precedence here that then says that certain things will then be out of bounds, and the danger of that is that where do you then set the limit of what can and cannot be depicted? The next thing we know, there will be political no-go areas. But I think one needs to say that the only problem that I see with an outrage like this is that it then takes away the discussion away from
the actual issue
that was being depicted. And this has happened in this particular instance. The outrage has taken the debate away from that to the Hindu sensitivities.
What about rights and responsibility? I mean, someone like Zapiro is influential, he's popular, so when you do something like this, do you is it setting a bad precedent and a bad example to say, like we say, we don't know where the boundaries and the limits are, but especially in a country as sensitive as South Africa, should he not be more responsible about what he's doing and what he uses to pass his message on?
Well, I would be very careful to suggest any sort of boundaries, because there's a very, very thin line here between censorship and advocating for responsibilities that should come with rights. And I think if the Hindu community, if what I read, which is that they have asked that the use of Hindu deities and symbols should be blanketly barred from being depicted in this manner, then that's blanket censorship, and anybody else with a particular sensitivity can do the same. And I don't think as a nation that's the direction we want to take. So I think that one would like to say, when people look at artistic work or artistic expression as has been done by Zapiro, we need to look at what is being communicated and what the artist is what message the artist is trying to say. Political satirists all over the world have played a very, very important role in arousing debates and making sure that we talk about those sensitive issues as nations.
And especially religion. Religion is a particularly sensitive one in this country. Is it not time to get those people around with people like Zapiro to say, listen, what are your intentions? And he can say, this is not what I mean, this is not what I'm trying to do. Religion, and I think, is always going to be something that's going to be sensitive here.
Yes, this is a discussion that should be had, and I think that he has done other satirical depictions in the past that ruffled a few feathers in terms of other religious groups, and I think this is a discussion that we should have, but I don't think that the intention should be to silence him, but to understand from which angle he's coming from.
All right, well, it's a story we will be watching very closely. Phenyo Butale, FXI Executive Director. Well, that wraps it up for us now on Morning News Today. We will be keeping you updated. Joanne Joseph bringing you all the latest coming up after 9 o'clock. But for me, I'll be back bright.
News that moves. eNCA.com.